青や強がって飛び乗って風に流って青空昨日を越えろ
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking MONS. It is our Digimon Adventure 2020 recap podcast. Talking MONS is part of the Geekly Grind podcast network, so check those guys out if you'd like. Digimon had a week off, so did we, but we are back. We're going to be talking about episodes 39 and 40, Jagamon Potato Hell, and Strike the Killer Shot. My name is JD, and I'm joined by my two good friends, Jeanette and Gary.
Hello.
Hello.
And we will just go ahead and dive in. I gotta say, guys, these last two episodes have been a nice reprieve from the shitstorm that was going on the last couple of episodes of, like,
yes,
you know, satellites falling, casual Satanism, all that good stuff. But no, we got two episodes that are just kind of light and fluffy kind of stories. We get, you know, Joe indulging in his potato fry thing, and then an episode that warms my black little heart. But we'll get into that when we get to it. So let's go ahead and start with episode 39, Jagamon Potato Hell. This kind of picks up after, all the kids are back together now. They come up to what is essentially a rest stop.
Empty full-service highway rest stop with car wash. Well,
it's got like little parking spaces for apparently not just the children are driving around on these giant submarine dogs.
Mm-hmm. My husband described it as a gas station Hardee's.
Kinda, yeah. It's a little place for, everyone, for travelers to stop off. Bergamon is there serving hamburgers and fries. My wife loves Bergamon and his tiny little burger hat. I was sad that they only had the little Bergamon, because I know there's a taller one, because they were in Frontier, the season 4, for a couple episodes. There's a taller one that's like an adult Bergamon.
You're breaking my heart. I would have loved to have seen one of those.
But yeah, so you got a little one. But it turns out that Joe is like a super aficionado for French fries, because why not? He like goes on a tirade about, like, because apparently nobody in the restaurant eats the French fries. They only want the hamburgers. And Joe goes like on a tirade about, like, how could you people not eat French fries? They're like the best part of the meal or whatever. And this little dude called Potamon, who is a potato with little potato wedge hair and little suspenders, and he's fucking adorable. He becomes potato buds with Joe and Gomamon, and they bond over their mutual love of French fries,
which is kind of weird. Well, for both Bergamon and Potatomon.
Dude, I'll get into the weird semi-cannibalism bit here. But yeah, so Bergamon informs Potamon that, hey, the fries aren't selling, even though, like, fucking nobody pays for anything here, apparently. But they're not going to sell the fries anymore because nobody wants them, and that, like, really bums Potamon out. So he runs off and has a sad evolution into a giant potato monster.
Capitalism, everyone's enemy,
right?
In this universe. First, you got Mimi's like slaves, and then you got the fries being phased out, causing, like,
Jeanette. They're not slaves; they're employees. There's a difference.
They are in a company, which also means friends.
Do you think they get a pension?
If that's the case, I'm going to become a Digimon.
So what did you guys think about this episode?
I really loved it. I don't know what it means that I like these fluffy filler episodes better than the actual show, but I don't know. It reminded me a lot of the old Digimon series and the way those episodes were structured. Plus, it had Lunamon in it, and I love Lunamon. I've loved Lunamon ever since I saw it in Pokemon Dusk. Not Pokemon Dusk, Digimon Dusk. So
Well, Lunamon is the Digimon in charge of the air quote car wash.
Yeah, she
And
has bubble
somehow the
powers.
plays an important role later. But yeah, I do like these two episodes just because all the interconnected series episode can get a little tiring after several of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have a break.
And these episodes were a lot more lighthearted and silly. I feel like these episodes had a lot more personality than a lot of the episodes that come before it. Like, and I know that the episodes featuring Joe tend to be goofy because he's a comic relief character, but I was really into it, and I was really into it, and I was expecting that to be like my favorite episode of the two, and I was really surprised by the next one. But this was still it worked. It was really good. I was thinking, is this the first time that they've saved like a Digimon that's rage Digivolved, or have they done that before?
I don't know, but I know it's very few.
Yeah, mostly they just kill them.
I think this is a regular evolution rather than a lightning.
Well, no, because he
lightning.
glowed purple when he evolved, didn't he? Like he did the dark evolution. I don't think he got struck by lightning or anything, but I think he glowed like the dark purple.
Yeah, he was definitely corrupted in his heart, and he didn't like recognize Joe or Golemon, so he was brainwashed by fury over losing his fries.
Also, go ahead.
Go ahead, Gary.
No, I'm just really surprised that during that battle, Angelomon showed up. I mean,
yeah.
I was expecting. Well, I didn't expect that at all because Holy Digimon is usually the big gun.
She purifies, man.
Can I tell how rad it is that Joe just wields that huge Zudomon hammer like Thor?
Dude, I've never really been big on Joe as a character, but even I can admit this is truly the greatest Joe moment in any depiction of Joe.
Mm-hmm.
When fucking Zudomon throws his hammer at Jagamon to hit him in the face, and Joe is attached to the end of it, and he technically is the one who wields the giant fuck-off hammer.
Joe is the only one pure enough to wield the fuck-off hammer.
Joe is worthy.
I didn't think they could have topped that little meditation mind control chant that he did last episode.
Okay, I think we're just like getting to the point where Joe is just an OP character.
You know how there's like the Shaggy memes for Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
Oh my god, yes.
Joe is basically Shaggy, ultimate Shaggy. It's ultimate Joe in this iteration.
I mean, they're constantly afraid. They're both constantly afraid of everything, and probably to make the most sense out of anybody. So yeah, I could see it.
Zoinks.
Zoinks. Dude, if fucking Joe in an English dub just said Zoinks once, I would fucking lose my mind.
I would be filled with so much joy.
But yeah, this is just a fun little episode. I love the character moment with just the character focus on Joe and just his little relationship with this little potato man. So fucking wholesome.
Yeah, it made my heart go doki doki.
Yeah, that. But I also feel that I also get upset when things go away.
Yeah. And like it felt like such a jerk move by the rest of the Digimon. They knew how much Potatomon loved fries. And they're just like all decided all together they're gonna get rid of the fries because no one else likes them.
Look, man, there's plenty of things that seem to be like only I like. Capitalism isn't gonna keep things around just because I like them and nobody else does. Yeah,
but at the same time, like I guess my thing is it was clearly a community of Digimon. They're just like Potatomon's joys eating French fries. They're just like, yeah, rest of us are out on them. We'll just get rid of them. Like they deserve to have their shit wrecked after that.
Well, I think what the lesson to take away from this episode is, if the thing you want doesn't exist, make it yourself. Even if that technically involves self-cannibalism. Because fucking Jagamon, who is like basically a cluster of potatoes. He's some kind of weird dinosaur monster, like covered in lumpy potatoes.
Yes.
He basically just drops potatoes off of himself to be made into fries, which he then consumes. So I don't know what we're supposed to take away from that, but
I mean, it does lead into the next episode very nicely.
Yeah, speaking of possible cannibalism.
oh, God.
That's
Okay, yeah.
Jeremy Snow here, owner and editor-in-chief of The Geekly Grind. I'm interrupting your awesome, regularly scheduled programming to ensure that you know about our Geekly Grind podcast network, of which this show is a treasured member of. If you haven't had a chance to check out our site, you can do so at www.thegeeklygrind.com, and while you're there, check out the other members of our steadily growing podcast family, including the anime-centric Blake and Spencer Get Jumped, discovering new heroes and comic book keepers with Chris and Lance, exploring the vast universe of geekdom with Geeksploration, or of course appreciating animation's finer details with the Ink and Paint Club. Escape your weekly grind at The Geekly Grind.
So we're gonna move on to episode 40, Strike of the Killer Shot.
Which is not a soccer episode.
It starts out that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soccer in it. It's not technically about soccer. Like I said earlier, this episode warms my black little heart because, as I'm sure I've said on this show, I do not ship characters. I only ship two characters in this life, and it is Tai and Sora, and I take that to my grave.
Yeah, and
this fucking show apparently is trying to retcon everything that's come before it, where it's like, no, Sora belongs with Matt, and I'm like, no.
No, it really emphasized the bond between Tai and Sora, and it was really adorable.
It's fucking adorable. Like, Tai and Sora like start this episode like playing soccer with all the Digimon, like teaching them how to play soccer, or everyone else is just
really
like sitting off on the side. What, Gary?
Oh, they're really in sync.
Yeah, because like it was like established in the old show, like, yeah, Tai and Sora were like on the same soccer team, so like they've got that in common. So yeah, like Tai and Sora are like teaching the Digimon how to play soccer. Everyone else is kind of off on the sidelines, just like doing their thing. Like TK and Kai are just, doing little kid things. Mimi's sitting in a chair, Izzy's fucking on his computer, whatever he does.
Mm-hmm. Playing World of Warcraft.
Probably. He's playing like League of Legends or something. Izzy plays Izzy plays Overwatch.
Izzy is a toxic player in Overwatch.
I feel like she's more of a StarCraft kind of.
Yeah, he'd probably play StarCraft. Okay, so you know how there's been a rise in like e-gamers where people like have like characters that are like motion captured to them, so they move with the person on camera or whatever.
VTubers.
Yeah, VTubers, that's what it is. Someone just needs to model Izzy and just play as Izzy. On Twitch. I'd watch that.
I mean, I have been streaming, so.
Well, if you want to make that work, I'd watch that.
I don't think I have the skill, but it's an idea.
So Ikakumon is a terrible goalie.
Oh yes,
you're fucking 20 feet tall and can't block a soccer ball. Drinking whiskey before this show was a good idea.
Yes, it was. But Ikakumon can't. Yeah. Also, I really like where the Tai and Sora are known as the top players in their soccer club because of their teamwork, and that's just like, wow, so cute.
No, it's fucking. This whole episode's fucking adorable. Sorry, go ahead.
I do want to interject. I'm pretty sure my husband, who is not as familiar with the Digimon canon as I am, because of some of the aspects of this episode, just thought it was pure nightmare fuel.
I mean, kind of. And we'll get to the fruitization of people. Yeah. So yeah, this floating island appears and like shoots down this little ball thing, which turns out to be a fruit. It also drops a fridge, which was never opened. Which I hope they open it.
What?
I was just thinking about that. Like, did they ever open that fridge? Is it full of
No. No, they had Tai and Sora go up to the island and to go
look
get
for more
fruit.
fruit.
Yeah, and everyone else just kind of stands around looking at this fridge, like, okay, what are we supposed to do with the fridge? I was just waiting for them to open it because I wanted them to open it, and it's just full of eggs.
Yes,
So it's like a fucking reference back to like the early episodes of the first show.
that would have been perfect. The sunny side up eggs.
Dude, literally, I don't like I can't stand the English dub of the original show anymore. I have to watch it in Japanese. But the one fucking dub line that fucking kills me to this day, and I have no idea why, is when they find that fridge full of eggs and they're like trying to argue whether to eat it. And Ty is like, here how about this? I'll be the guinea pig. If I turn purple, we know they're not edible. I don't know why that kills me, but yeah, they never open the fridge. It's kind of forgotten about until the end of this episode. I kind of hope they open it in the next episode.
Me too.
The kids and the Digimon just started playing soccer in the background above the
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if this is a trend in anime, but I've noticed it in this, and I've noticed it when Mel and I were watching Pokemon Sun and Moon. To just have having characters in the foreground having a conversation while like just stupid shit happens in the background.
Yes.
Because I loved it when we were watching Sun and Moon, where like Ash and his friends would be talking, and like Pikachu and all the other Pokemon are just like running around in the background, just doing shit.
I'm pretty sure it's a trope because I remember when I was little watching some kids anime, similar things happen.
Yeah, but yeah, in this one, like Matt, Izzy, Mimi, and Joe are like arguing about the fridge, while TK and Kari and all the other Digimon are like on top, like up above the crater, just running around playing soccer, just in the background.
And it turns out that Matt is very invested in the art of juice making.
Yes.
Like, this is a guy who doesn't give a shit about most things, but apparently you say one wrong thing about his juice and he is on you like a...
What motherfucking 10-year-old is this like has this big of a boner for juice making?
Just open the fridge.
I'm sure that'll be useful for him when he becomes an astronaut.
Yeah, he's got to drink his space juice. So that's going on. But the main story is up on the floating island that's hovering above them. Tai and Sora decide, because like they're connecting so much playing soccer, they decide to go up to the island together. And they just have this nice little moment where Sora's like, man, I haven't played soccer in so long. Hey, Ty, do you remember that time we were kids and we had that one game? And they just start reminiscing. And I'm like, fucking love you little children.
Aww.
Ugh. And then, so they go to this fucking island. And there's like this really, like, I love the design of this giant, like, fruit flower dragon. I think his name's like Tropiamon or something.
Yes. It's based off a pitcher plant.
Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah.
The Flymon.
Yeah. I love
I like the little pink dinosaur things. I love those that can't fly.
Yeah, flying is difficult.
I was kind of expecting at the end of the episode there just to be a scene where there was all of them, and they're like, "We can't fly." They all just start to fall down one by one.
They learn to fly eventually.
Yeah, they learn flying off screen.
Yeah, but Tropiamon has like these pitcher plants that are hanging off his giant plant tower that, like, if you fall into it, you get turned into a berry or something. So Flymon is going around picking up these little pink bird things and throwing them into the pitcher plants to turn them into berries, which is kind of horrifying if you think about it.
It is.
I assume they're alive. But
I know it's canon that the Digimon eat each other, but this was some Trolls 2 shit. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah. But then, so like Tai and Sora, and man, I thought we were going to go one episode without seeing Metal Greymon. Like, goddamn, he's in every episode.
He wasn't in the last one, was he?
He's in like most episodes.
Yeah.
Since we have gotten Metal Greymon, he is in more episodes than he's not.
Yes, I will drink to that.
He wasn't in the Satanic episode.
All right. Not
for the sheer
that's
fact
not to
that
say. I
was
fucking love Metal Greymon. He's one of my favorites, but like I just noticed that he shows up a lot. Like everyone else would go to champion level, but no, that's just like their go-to.
As my husband says when Metal Greymon shows up, because my husband always offers beautiful commentary. He's like, "Is Metal Greymon going to kill Steel again?" I'm like, "Shh, shh."
Maybe. Yeah, like it takes a while for Bergermon to evolve into Garudamon. But you know, she gets there eventually. Which, man, if there was ever going to be a time, like the last time, like when Izzy and Tentomon were about to get their Mega, like if there was ever a time that fucking Biomon was going to get its Mega, I felt like now would have been a good time. But like,
it would have made this the perfect episode.
You're right. I was just waiting for it and it never came.
Okay, but, still really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, during the first initial fight, Metal Greymon and Tai got knocked into one of them.
Oh my god!
I fucking love that their berry forms like has horns and Greymon has his helmet and Ty's has his goggles like formed into the fruit.
And Ty's hair.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
So fucking dumb. But I mean that's how so like that happens, and then Sora's like, okay, Garudamon or Bergermon or whoever, go fight the giant dragon. I'm gonna go save Tai. And like, so there was a part in the original Digimon series where like Sora gets kidnapped and Tai has like almost an existential crisis over not being able to save her. Sora has like kind of one of those, but in a more determinate sense, where she's like, I have to save Tai, and she keeps like having these flashbacks of them like playing soccer as a kid, and it's so fucking cute.
Yes, no, it was adorable. And then she's like, well, Tai would never give up, so I'm not going to give up. And then Garudamon's like, well, Sora will never give up, so I won't give up. And it's so good. Yeah. Some of the best writing I've seen from the show, actually.
Actually, it's kind of nice to see them split off too, to do their own thing in the same battle. Instead of just like riding on Garudamon's back.
Yeah, it's always nice when it like, because a lot of with these monster animes, like it's very much a lot of the monsters doing the work and the humans are like just kind of there for moral support. So I like, especially in Digimon, where when the monsters are doing one thing but the humans are doing another thing, maybe in a support role, but maybe to like trying to achieve some kind of other thing. So yeah, I definitely agree that like, you know, Garudamon and Sora are like kind of like Garudamon's trying to fend off the giant dragon so that Sora can go rescue Tai and Greymon. So that was nice. And I just like that Tai and Sora, even though I'm pretty sure when they were 6 or whatever, their hairstyle has not changed in like 5 or 6 years.
I mean, when I was in elementary school, my hairstyle never changed.
Dude, I had a fucking bowl cut when I was in elementary school, and I hated it.
Me too.
And then I convinced my dad to stop doing that.
But what was I about to? There is something. Oh yeah, I also like when Sora. This is really the episode Sora deserved to have, so I'm so glad this happened.
Oh yeah.
2, I like when she's splitting off from the little pink bird thing, and she's like, "Here, go save your friends. Figure it out. Time to
I gotta go save my man."
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally just pieces out on that bird. It's like, all right, you're good now.
And the bird's like, wait, what?
What?
Like,
all right, cool.
You're so tiring.
They figure it out, and then they fucking. I like how they finally free all the little pink bird things from their fruit hell.
Yes.
And, like they start like shooting their seed attack at the dragon, and I'm like, what is that supposed to do? I thought it was gonna be like a minor, like just be mildly irritating, but no, they're like shoving it in his mouth so he can't shoot his like death beam anymore.
They all took down a single Flymon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they stuff the laser mouth.
And then fucking Garudamon pulls a Mario 64 and just like grabs that Dragon Ball tail and swings him around.
No, that was Godzilla shit.
Yeah. That was good shit.
No, I loved it.
Yeah, and then
Right.
Garudamon finished it off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like
I don't need no stinking mega form.
yeah, if every Digimon fight was just this Godzilla shit and not just like DBZ power levels, I'd so be down for that.
Digimon are the people in suits.
Yeah.
Which actually is might tie into next week's episode.
I didn't watch the preview for next week's episode, so I know nothing, Jon Snow.
But yeah, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite episodes in a while.
Same.
Not just because it has Ty and Sora being fucking adorable, but also like I love the design of Tropiamon. I like the dynamic poses that he and Garudamon have when they're fighting. So I just love some of the goofy shit in this episode. So
yeah, no, this is the energy that I've been looking for, and I knew this series could have. And even if it's just for these 2 episodes, the fact that the series did have it just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I really did miss the old wackiness of the first
Yes.
show. I don't mind the interconnected, more serialized story, but sometimes they take themselves a little too seriously.
All right.
One more thing.
All right.
That smile from Sora at the end of the episode.
Man, if you don't crack a smile yourself, your fucking heart's made of stone.
She just looks so proud of herself.
She's so she accomplished it. She got her man back. They beat the dragon. She got a lot done that day.
Yeah.
She's all fucking proud of herself, and I'm proud of her.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, the preview for next week is they're going to be going to a theme park. And whatever Monzimon, that giant teddy bear, his fucking disturbing evolution is going to be there, which is why I made the joke about people in suits, because it's like a giant teddy bear with a zipper on its chest. So yeah, I think next week might be some more shenanigans. Not like overall arc stuff, but just like goofy shenanigans again, because they're gonna go to a theme park and there's all kinds of cute little monsters running around and on the roller coasters and whatnot. So that should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait. I'm probably gonna, instead of waiting till, I work, so it's hard to tell. But probably instead of waiting to right before the podcast, I'm probably gonna watch it, then rewatch it right before the podcast.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we did get new ending theme.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a new episode. There's a new ending. It's sleepy times.
Sooner than I expected.
Yeah, it was like I liked the last ending we had. It was all jazzy and stuff. I'm gonna have to change the ending to the podcast again.
Yeah, this one's, I like the animation. The song is okay.
Yeah,
I prefer the last song a lot more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
But this one's cute because everyone's like just waking up, and then they all go for a hike in the woods. It's cute. I want to find a screenshot of that, like without all the credits on it, of just like that shot of them like all walking over the giant log in the forest. Like that's kind of just a cool shot. I like it.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that about does it for this week. Thank you all for listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to tell us what you thought about these episodes, you can do so on all of our social places. You can find the links for those in the episode description. Like I said, we are a part of the Geekly Grind podcast network, so you can go to Geekly Grind. I think it's thegeeklygrind.com if you want to check out.
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah, it's all in the description. You'll find it.
It's geeklygrind.com.
Thank you. If you want to check out us or any of their other shows. But yeah, we will be back again in 2 weeks to talk about 2 more episodes of Digimon Adventure 2020. Until then, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you then.
Have a good night.